What's up, everybody? Been meaning to make this video for probably about a month now, so a little bit late, but very intentionally didn't optimize this video at all to show up in search results or recommended, anything like that. Because I wanted to just really say thank you to everybody that helped me finally accomplish my goal. If you've been following me for a little bit, you probably know we had all the requirements except for subscribers to be eligible for your YouTube partner. And we finally broke the 1,000 mark. It's been almost a month now, but right around that time, a bunch of stuff got leaked for the update, so I was going to talk about that. Then AGS said, no, no, no. Then the beta actually came out. Everybody was pissed about the aimbot thing, so I'll talk about that first. Last week, planned on making a video then, and I played exactly one OPR match because the enemy team had a 5-stack of muskets and a 5-stack of fire staffs. So that was the most miserable match I've ever played. Logged off, didn't get back on the rest of the weekend. But Sunday, today, played a couple games with OKBet while he was streaming, so finally got some gameplay I could use. I could talk about this, but really wanted to say thank you guys. I think I created my first YouTube channel 6.5 years ago, something ridiculous. I just looked at the other day. So I used to actually live stream PUBG and do little YouTube videos for PUBG on Xbox. But then eventually I switched to this channel. Used to make Overwatch content, Call of Duty content, played some For Honor, all kinds of stuff, but nothing really caught on until I started making Your World content. So it was a long time coming, and no, channel's still kind of small peanuts compared to most channels, but it just feels good to finally accomplish that goal I set, just a long time ago at this point. But I had some newer people recently asking why I use so many clips of fat capping, so for this video I pretty intentionally used like mostly group fight stuff, just to kind of show the difference. Like, I don't really care for this style of content just because to me this is like a visual clusterfuck. Like if I'm fighting 2, 3, 4, whatever people, like that's not that bad. Like it's already kind of a mess because I play with floating numbers anyway. But to me, when you start getting that many people on the screen and that many different audio cues, just, I don't know, to me it's kind of immersion breaking. And a lot of people think it's just because you're going to end up getting weaker targets if you go back cap. But kind of let you guys judge for yourselves here. I'm pretty sure you'll notice there are a lot of new players that tend to try to hide in the clump because that's where they feel like it's safe. But I figured I'd tell you guys a little bit about me. Just some shit I'll probably never ever mention again, just because it's not what the channel's about. But since hopefully this video is only really going to be, for the most part, shared with people that are already subscribed or recommended to people that have already watched, multiple videos of mine, I would assume for the most part, figured I'd share a little with you guys. So, started gaming 30 years ago, and about 27 of those years were on controller, which just made it even funnier to me that I got a lot of people in my comments in the last video like trying to insinuate that I don't understand the limitations of controller, why aimbot would be a good thing for the game. Pretty much played on nothing but controller my entire life. I'm actually still somewhat new by most standards to keyboard and mouse. I've actually never used a traditional keyboard. If you look at any of my old like Call of Duty shorts when I used to use a hand cam, I use a little, I'll just put a picture on the screen. It's like this little half keyboard thing. So when I was switching over from controller, I tried to find the basically easiest way to transition. Like I tried using a Joy-Con from a Nintendo Switch as basically my left hand so I could still just move with my thumb and use the mouse for aiming, but it just wasn't enough buttons, and the little half Razer keyboard that I'm using now just turned out to be the best solution because I still have the little D-pad on the side, so my WASD is just all on my thumb. It kind of frees up all my other fingers for whatever else I need them for. and haven't run into a game yet where it's not enough keys, so it works for me. But didn't game a whole lot for a while just because I didn't game while I was in the military, and I was in the military for 11 years, deployed all over the world, a couple of humanitarian missions. Pretty proud of those. Very directly saved a lot of people's lives, and a couple combat missions where the goal was quite literally the exact opposite. So that's pretty much the only time you'll ever hear me talk about that, because I know not everywhere in the world is the same, but in NA at least, which is apparently, according to YouTube, where most of my viewers are. When you tell someone you're a veteran, a lot of times they kind of just have this like urge to try to also help you out. So I didn't want that to influence people, like their decision whether they wanted to subscribe to the channel or anything. I kind of wanted to let the content work on its own merit and see if people were actually enjoying it or not. So very intentionally never mentioned it in the past, and you'll probably never hear me talk about that again. Aside from that, now I work a job where I get to think a lot less, just show up, move some heavy shit, and go home for the day. But it's also part of the reason why I don't really game much during the week. Usually pretty burned out by the end of the day. Big time sports fan, Texans for the NFL, and NBA I just watch players I like. Used to ride with motorcycles, but kind of grew out of that. And mostly just gaming nowadays. Gaming and super big crypto advocate, but I know most people don't care too much about that, so that's another thing I don't ever really talk about. As far as New World goes, the only thing that really changed from a build in this video is I unlocked Void Darkplate. Finally got the dungeon done for that. So I literally do nothing but PvP in this game. I've been playing literally since launch day, like sitting in the queues on launch day waiting to get in, and I still haven't done most of the dungeons. I just can't be asked. I don't really care about PvE. The only dungeons I've done are the ones that have artifacts that I want. So I got Void Darkplate, still wearing the Shrinking and Power Amulet, and this is probably what I'm going to run until next season. And I'm probably just going to run a full obnoxious tank build, unless they remove aimbot, and I'll stick with my normal not dickhead build. But I'll see you guys in Outpost Rush.